So you want to play your Sega Genesis in HD?
Trust me, I have been trying to do that for quite a while.
So today we're going to be talking about the Mega SG, which is something Gerard has been waiting to come in. And why don't you tell us about it?
Well, the reason we're talking about it now, and there's plenty of videos already on this item. It's by Analogue, and it's called the Mega SG. It's in its final phase, meaning that the last of the shipments are shipping out now. And what it is we'll have some footage on screen of unboxing it and taking it out and that kind of thing. It is basically a kind of like a clone console. It is a clone console at the end of the day, but it's a really high-end one of those you'll see in a minute. And it'll play your original Sega Genesis cartridges, but it'll have kind of all of the sort of like emulation trappings. Like it's got an HDMI out and it outputs in 1080p, and you can mess around with some of the settings and things like that, right? And
so is this required today to play a Genesis?
No, it's not. But I've been having the reason I wanted this so badly is that it was kind of what was behind door number 3, in a sense. So the reason I bought this is because it's more expensive than trying to adapt your Sega Genesis to like an HD TV, like using an HDMI adapter or something like that. All of the stuff on the market that I found was either unavailable. I really wanted HD Retrovision's component cables to run it through my RetroTink 2X Pro. I like the RetroTink products, so that's what I was using for that. But I couldn't do that because I couldn't find, at the time anyway, any of the Retro HD Vision cables in stock, right? So I was having a hard time doing that, and I didn't want to use RF video, which is what my Genesis 2 like outputs, right? And it's terrible, grainy, lots of noisy footage and stuff like that, noisy audio, things like that. And aside from that, some of the Genesis, like the Genesis Model 2, have really noisy audio, and mine was one of those, and it just happens with some of them. So long story short, I was having a really hard time finding the equipment I needed to do that, even if it was cheaper, right? So I said, hey, let's just spend the money, do it right the first time, and not have to worry about anything afterward, right? And
yeah,
adapting it with, I have a wireless controller that I'm going to use by 8BitDo as well, which we'll talk about as well in this same video.
So speaking of money, you said you spent more on this. How much was it?
At the end of the day, it was about, memory serves, I'll have to double check, but it was about $350 Canadian.
Okay, and how long did it take to get here?
I ordered it about 4 months ago. Now, the reason that seems like a long time for shipping was because when you order it, they don't just package it up and send it to you, right? They order it, and then, or when you order it, it goes into like kind of a group, and then once phase 3, or the final phase in this case, starts shipping out, that's when they start going all over the world. They're a UK-based company, Analogue, so they can't just, they're moving on to other things, right? My understanding right now is they're working on the Analogue Pocket. So they start sending those things out right after, when they start shipping out phase 3. That could be, they said it was going to be in September, but as of filming this, it is July right now. So
Yeah,
I'm actually pretty happy with that, right?
And so this sounds like it's going to be like a limited run. Like, so if somebody today sees this video, are they going to be able to come and buy one of these still?
As far as I know, no, because all the orders are in for phase 3. So it is kind of like it's out there. I'm not saying you couldn't find one on eBay right now.
But you're not going to get one from Analogue brand new today.
Unless they have any left, as far as I know, no. You can't get them anymore from Analogue. So like there were probably lots and lots of reviews of these when like the first phase and the second phase and all that kind of stuff, right? So this is kind of more like a follow-up to that, right? So I'm actually counting myself fairly fortunate that I got one because the presentation is quite nice. Like it's good. And I think what we're probably going to do is this will be part 1 of 2 videos where I talk about the actual technical specs of what it looks like on my TV and blah, 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 and all that, and how happy I am with it because I'm excited to get it kind of rolling, right?
Yeah, so, and like more of a review of how the product is handled and how it works and whether you're happy with the decision you made.
Yeah, so this is the most type of emulated thing that I've done so far because I like to play all my games on original hardware. And just in this case, this is going to be the best option. And the benefit being, one of the extra bonuses you get with it is that it has a Master System adapter.
Oh, that's cool too.
So you can play your Master System games on it too. And it's got all kinds of stuff to fiddle with in software and stuff like that, right? So
just in your experience, as you said, you probably can't buy a brand new one of these. So if somebody is coming to our video today saying, yeah, I do want to play it in HD, is there any other alternatives that you'd recommend, or anybody working on anything? Or do they need to go on eBay and try and find something out that way?
Based on what I know, the Mega SG is a very good product. And who knows, they still have all the plans for these things. Maybe they'll release more in the future, or somebody else, is working on this kind of stuff, because I know there are other clone consoles, but they're usually of dubious quality. So they're not like, they're really, you get what you pay for. I've seen them as low as $40, $30, which is like, I don't know about that. I can't speak to that. So I'm high hopes for this one. And there's always, if you're really having a hard time, there's always emulation.
Yeah.
Right? Because we probably have something like that coming up in the future.
Yes, we do.
Right?
Well, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, and like we said, we will have an update on really Gerard's review of how much he likes the device coming out at some point in time. So stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, like and subscribe.
Looking forward to it.